feeling it just then.
No? Okay.
Welcome to another edition of BeerAmerica.tv, where we've gone to the dogs.
All right.
Get it?
Or, oh no.
Oh no, oh no, right. So we've been doing this little green screen thing here because we've been in Studios 121 in Fort Worth, Texas, and we have this awesome green screen studio. So we decided to set up in here and do a series of fun green screen type.
Can we do like a Star Wars thing later and like have lightsabers and stuff?
Yeah. Okay, keep dreaming. Right, where we like fight in front here, and then we can be in space, and you can do all that with this. And put whatever I want to on this.
I like space.
Oh, you do like space. Well, the reason why we've got the dogs going on back here is because we're talking about a beer called Raging Bitch. That's the name of it.
You like saying that, don't you?
Well, I'm just thinking. I think it's funny that when you what do you have to do when you submit a name? You have to submit it to ATF, right? To actually for approval.
The TTB is.
Yeah.
The alcohol tobacco is now under. Alcohol tobacco and firearms is now divided up into Homeland Security and the actual Tax and Trade Bureau.
Oh, okay. All right. And so you have to submit the name and like what information do you have to submit to them?
You have to submit the artwork. You have to submit. There's certain criteria about what you can call things in terms of the styles, what you can list on the label.
But obviously, you can say "Raging Bitch," especially if you put a dog on the front of it. It's not a problem.
Even if it's a psychedelic dog.
Even if it's a psychedelic dog. And the funny thing, the reason why I picked this beer, well, a couple of reasons, because Flying Dog is good. It's out of Frederick, Maryland. You have some personal experience.
I do. I help put that bird together.
There you go.
Years ago.
So I thought that's one good reason to do this one again. And the second one is one of my favorite beers that we've ever reviewed. Still one of my favorite beers is Monk's Revenge. It's the first time I had ever had a Belgian IPA.
Oh.
That one mixing styles.
In Frederick?
What's that?
Was that one actually brewed?
No, that's Terrapin. Monk's
Revenge.
I know,
but a lot of their beers came from the Frederick Brewing Company.
Oh, did it really?
Originally.
Well, we'd done that one in 2009, I think, when it first came out, when I was living in Savannah.
Thinking that probably came from their brewery in Athens.
Yeah, I think it did. And so I thought it was, it's the first time I'd ever had that combination, a Belgian IPA, and I thought it was brilliant.
The Belgo-American style is one of my more recent favorites.
Is it?
Yeah. I'm looking forward to this one.
It just seems, when you taste it, it seems like a logical marriage. It's really nice, and at least to me, it's a unique.
I don't know if I would call it logical, but it's one of those serendipitous things. I think the first one of these beers was the brewmaster from Le Chouffe, or the Chouffe Brewing Company in Belgium. When she came to the United States, she had just been enjoying all these beers with American hops, and she went home, bought a bunch of American hops, and made a truly Belgian beer, as they do in Belgium with the Belgian yeast and all that, but with all these American hops. And
what are they called? Houblon Chouffe?
Houblon Chouffe.
Houblon Chouffe, yeah.
To my knowledge, that was sort of the first one of these style beers, and of course, as we do in the United States, we emulate like crazy.
Yeah, and I always like to say that I think Americans, what you do and what Americans are doing now, I think is the best beer in the world. But when I say that right now. What I say that is that everything we've learned from the Europeans and what they've done. So it's certainly not a knock on anybody. I just think I don't mean it to sound like that.
It's a great deal of borrowing.
Yes.
And sort of upping the ante at each stage.
All of these great beers have roots somewhere else. It's just that you all crazy bastards have just taken it and done what you want with it. And
it smells good.
It does.
So yeah, I guess the term that's been coined is now Belgio-American style, and so that could encompass any number of things. What we see a lot of is this sort of Belgian style IPA, Belgio-American style IPA, which I think is what this is coming in at. But there's been some other wacky combinations there too.
And this is part of their Canis Major series, which is a whole series of beers that they put out. Flying Dog does some nice stuff. I'm surprised it's taken us this long to do another one.
Is that Canis Major? Is that
Canis Major?
I did actually take 2 years of first year Latin.
Oh, did you really?
It's not.
Well, but thanks for throwing that out there. And
I'm kind of ashamed to admit, but I don't remember. I don't remember what wild is.
I like this. What do you think?
Well, let me put it in my mouth.
I thought you'd already had some. Usually you're way ahead of me when it comes to these things.
What are you trying to say, Paul?
I'm just saying that you get right into it. I'm too busy yapping away here.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
So, but what we're tasting here, of course, is the Belgian yeast character. They don't reveal or what they reveal on the website in terms of what's doing the fermentation. They just say Diablo.
Oh, okay, nice.
So I don't know whether that's actually a direct reference to a yeast strain that they're using, or whether they just say, "Oh, it's fermented by the devil." Easy now.
That's nice. Nice.
Did you get the good afterburp?
I did.
See, that's
tasted a little Belgian to me, actually. That one.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, less hoppy, but more Belgian.
Yeah, my wife has always said that she uses that as kind of a benchmark of a good craft beer, like a good hoppy beer, when you get what we call the green burps, that kind of like herbaceous green.
Yeah.
She'll probably not be very happy about me
right.
revealing that.
Yeah, it's all good.
What are you going to do? Yeah, so big Belgian character here. This is going to be in the higher alcohol range. So
yes,
I
indeed.
think it's specified at like 8 something.
Yeah, 8.3 it says here on the bottle.
And then to top it all off, you've got this big nose of American hops. And I forget what we're talking about in terms of the hops, but I mean, to me, I'm getting the big citrusy, probably some Amarillo or something.
Right.
You get a little bit of that kind of nice fruit character. But I don't know, there's just something about the phenol that comes from some of those Belgian yeast strains and that American hop character that just really jives. And the guys at Flying Dog have done a wonderful job with this one.
Yeah, you have a little experience doing what you have your Georgia Belgique.
Yeah, we kind of did this was another kind of borrowing deal. We kind of borrowed from the guys at Stone. They called theirs the Cali Belgique, and I thought it'd be clever and a little obnoxious to call ours the Georgie Belgique, because no one expects anything happy and delicious to come from Georgia. But we're changing that. I think the guys
like
at
that
Sweetwater, the guys at Terrapin, and Georgia's on the map now.
Yeah, absolutely. And we try to do several Georgia beers. And now that we're out here, of course, I can't get Georgia beers anymore out
That's
here.
really too bad.
Yeah, it is too bad. It really is too bad. And but
I'll try to fix that for you.
I get beers, more from the West now, in the Midwest. But it's all good. Our fans that are up in the Northwest and in the South,
in the Northeast.
Yeah, exactly right. That's the beauty of it, especially when you travel. That's how I got into these beers anyway, was traveling. And, took the whole when in Rome attitude, and everywhere I went, I said, hey, what's your local beer? And everywhere I went, they had one. So there you go.
I gotta, before we wrap, I gotta say, I'm pleased to see that there's at least a couple people left at Frederick, at the brewery there, that were from my days at Frederick.
Really?
It would appear, at least based on the website, that Ken Mason is still there. Mark Matovich is the VP of Operations there. And of course, we'd be remiss not to mention Matt Brophy, the brewmaster. He wasn't there then, but he's one of the Flying Dog guys from a long time.
Frederick, Maryland's a nice town. I used to live real close to there.
Frederick is cool. We used to call it Fredneck.
Fredneck. It's Western Maryland. Pretty close to heading out towards Pennsylvania border, and
yeah, real close. But what was great about Frederick is that we were just a hop, skip, and a jump from both Baltimore and DC.
Right.
And of course, both of those towns have got lots of cultural stuff going on. So we missed it took us a number of years to really settle into Savannah, because it ain't no Fredneck, that's for sure.
It ain't no Fred. Well, there you go. Raging Bitch, Belgian style India Pale Ale from Flying Dog.
Good stuff.
Yeah, Paul at BeerAmerica.tv. Hope you've enjoyed the dogs, by the way. You?
Oh, how can you not?
Of course. How could you not?
So, Pink at BeerAmerica.tv.
Yeah. Cheers. Ching, ching. Loving this style.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I could drink a lot of this.
Yeah.